Wednesday, December 3rd. This net serves for training and practice in image transmission modes and meets Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Pacific on the N6NA repeater at 441.3 megahertz. River City ARCS members and all licensed radio amateurs are welcome and encouraged to participate. If you wish to join the net or need to make a call at any time, please announce your call sign between transmissions and net control will acknowledge you. If an emergency should arise and you need the repeater, please contact the net control by saying break, break. A double break signifies emergency traffic. The net will stand by for you until the emergency is terminated or the traffic is moved to another frequency. Stations who wish to check in are asked to respond with their full call sign using the recognized ITU phonetic alphabet and their name. I will recognize each station before continuing. All right, any station who wishes to check into the net, please come now.
Norway 6 Yankee, Germany, George and Lincoln.
Kilo 56, Delta Victor Tango.
November 6, Papa Golf, Quebec, Bob in Northmost Roseville.
Kilo Foxtrot 6, Alpha Golf Mike, Ken in Woodland.
Alpha India 6, Delta Golf, Joel in Florin.
And Kilo Papa 4, Mike Delta Carol, Citrus Heights.
Wow, I got like a whole slew on the first call, and George didn't skip a beat. Good to have you, George. George is N6YG. I got Jim in there. I forget your second letter, K6DVT. If that was you trying to get in earlier, you sound a lot better this time, but it's good to have you. We'll give it a go. I have another net stalwart. That's Bob in Northmost Roseville, November 6, Papa Golf, Quebec. I got Ken, KF6 Alpha, missing the letter Mike. Sorry about that, Ken. I'll get you on the rebound. I got Joel, another stalwart. Good to have you. And I got Carol, another stalwart, KP4MD. Good to have you. Ken, you want to come back with that call sign again? I'm sorry, forgive me. It was kind of scratchy, too.
It's Kilo Foxtrot 6, Alpha Golf Mike.
All right, I got you. That sounded quite a bit better. I've got 6 plus me. Anybody else?
Hello, Alpha 6, Yankee Lima Alpha. Kayla, just checking in, not to share any images.
I'll give you a chance to comment if in the rotation if you're watching on YouTube. I heard like somebody trying to break through, but I can't understand them. I can't get any voice. Want to try one more time? All right, that sounds familiar. It's Kilo Oscar 6, Lima Golf Oscar, Glenn. I'm sorry, was it Glenn or not? I'm reading Glenn like Glenn Close.
Whoever you're talking to, they're not on the repeater.
Oh, okay, very good. Well, they can, if they are trying to get through, they can try later. All right, we're going to go ahead and start. We got a pretty good group tonight, so I'm gonna use my Format 2 comments, and then any others that want to have a burning desire to comment on the photo. So we're gonna go to Lincoln, and that's George, N6YG. He's first up. Like I said, he didn't skip a beat, so I'm sure he's got something ready for us. So if you are ready, George, go ahead and send.
Alrighty. Good to see everybody on the net tonight. And we're transmitting a little lower power than I would normally be transmitting because I'm having an issue with the power cable to the 9700. On medium power, the voltage drop is too high, so I was going to plug in one of my homemade cables like I used at the last event. Then I realized I loaned them all out or gave them away, so I have to make a new one. So anyways, tell me if I have a good tone, N6YG.
Excellent copy. Go for it.
Martin 1, N6YG.
Excellent. That one came through real good. This is Bill K6KRQ. If anybody was listening after the net last week while George and I were, it just sounds more musical. But anyway, we're going to go to comments. I've got a couple, too, on this one, and questions. Let's go to Jim in Green Valley, Kilo Mike 6, Delta Victor Tango. I heard you a little bit better that time. Let's see how you do getting into the repeater now, Jim.
Okay, how does this sound now? We're on the wrong offset. But good picture. Good and clear. Just 1 pixel bar way at the top. Other than that, an excellent picture. And I think that went through 1920. All right, back to net.
All right, you're at best like a Q3 there, very scratchy. Like I said, I could recognize your voice, but I couldn't get a lot of it. But stay with us. We'll see how image transmission goes. Let's go to Bob in northmost Roseville. He's N6PGQ, and let's see how he got this and his comments on it. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, the quality was really good. Started out, of course, with the sky, which was white, and got down to the hats, and I was wondering if this might have been England. And then it said drive to the right, and Figured it wasn't England, and can read all the signs. And then it says couple behind speed warning sign, Cordell, Oklahoma, circa 1920. And that was going to be my guess, that it was out in the rural areas in the late teens, early 20s. Probably not too much late teen because not many cars were there. Dirt road, kind of old buildings on the left, and not many pixel pops. Good picture, N6PGQ.
Thank you, Bob, and I concur. Are there any other comments before we go to George? Okay, I got a question. Good picture, but I don't know if Martin 1 makes like the letters kind of pixelate a little bit, but they're definitely clear enough to read. And just a comment, I've been all over Oklahoma because I've been there so many times for training, but I've never been to Cordell, so I don't even know where it is. So anyway, let's go to George and see what he has to say about his photo. Go ahead, George.
Oh yeah, it's I ran across this on the internet, made Barb and I laugh. Kind of got a little bit of a sense of humor there. Dirt roads, everything. Yeah, it's just a funny picture. I was out looking. We were looking at pictures that night and ran across some really interesting stuff that I'll be sending here over the coming weeks. So don't have a lot to say other than that. So I was gonna make a comment if Carol's listening. Or anybody else who's interested. W6LG, as far as I know, is not a silent key. He's out of the hospital and back home. And the last video we saw was pretty depressing. He was in his in the hospital room. But they posted a video about 12 days ago that he's at home and doing better. So with that, back to net N6YG.
Thanks for that. I think W6LG, he's the Jim, I think his name is, in Rockland.
I believe so, yeah. That's Jim. He's been around a while. Let's see if I'm talking to the right end of this microphone. So yeah, he's been around for a while, and we've done DX together and stuff like that. He's got a nice station.
Yeah, he's like your ham radio Elmer, and I haven't tuned in a while, but I would hear him talking a lot on like C4 FM, like the digital repeaters, quite a bit, somewhat recently. Okay, that said, best wishes to him, and if for any case he might be listening. All right, let's go to, all right, Jim, we're going to give it a try now. Jim's KM6 DVT. Let's see what kind of transmission you can get from up there in Grass Valley. So if you're ready, go ahead. static is killing what would be an otherwise great picture, but I can still see it and get an idea what it is. So we're going to move on with comments. We're going to go to Ken, KF6AGM, see how he got this, and what he thinks of the picture. Go ahead, Ken.
Hey, on my end, it was definitely staticky, but otherwise it's a great picture. I'm kind of guessing it's a train station of some sort, maybe definitely it should be different. I don't know if it would be in another country, but I'm guessing it's a train station, very modern.
Yeah, that's kind of like my thoughts, too. I can definitely see it's a station. Let's go to Joel, AI6DG. Maybe it's something Joel's seen on his travels, and he might know what it is. But go ahead, Joel. Tell us how you got it and what you think.
Absolutely mind-boggling that poor of a signal and how it sounded came up to a picture that's this good. Although it's not good, but it just sounded so bad it doesn't really match the fact that I can see an image and actually understand what I'm seeing. So yeah, so there's a lot of crackles, a lot of noise on it, but I can see what appears to be a train station of some kind. It looks like we're under a canopy that's kind of curved over us and goes down and covers some tracks on the left side, with a covered area kind of in the center, and we got tracks to the right and another covered area to the right. So I see two sets of tracks kind of from center going to the rear right, another set of tracks to the left that are under the canopy that continues on going down away from us and does kind of a weird twirl thing over all four of the tracks. Got some buildings in the background, tall, I don't know, 10 stories in the background, and some more on the right, and a really cool looking train station type of building to the left with big colonnade columns, and some sort of sign on top of it. I have no idea where this is, whether it's U.S. or not. Design kind of looks somewhat modern, so it's probably something current, not something from the past. Although the building to the left with the columns looks kind of old. Look interesting to hear, Mo, and then go Google whatever it is. Back to Net, AI6DG.
Comment.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, that's just a testament to how good that mode is. That picture was just the sound. I didn't think it was going to come over. Then I clicked over to it, and I was like, holy moly, that actually came over really well in Martin 1. If you go, for those of you who don't know, I probably mentioned it a couple times. You can either do it in the RX tab or in the History tab. And towards underneath the screen, you'll see three little color bars. If you click that, it's going to pull up a digital signal processing window that you can do some image adjustment on, and the noise filters work real well. The M5, you click that, and it does a pretty good job, and you can kind of adjust the other settings as well. But I usually just use the noise filter, and it cleans the pictures up pretty good. N6YG.
Hey, NATO, I just tried that out, dude, and it did softened it up quite a bit. Man, the static kind of washed out the letters like on the building. That's kind of disappointing. But I'm going to go to Jim, but let me make sure I don't have any other comments before we go to Jim. All right, Jim, let's see how you can do, like telling us like where, what, and what the sign says, and a little bit about your picture. Go ahead, Jim.
Well, darn it, I'm sorry. Can't get this good enough. I'm just facing the wrong way behind the hill. But that picture is at Denver Union Station, facing, I guess, east. And one covered ramp Denver. They all meet here at the main transit hub. This was taken about 2 years ago. And please repeat what to do about getting the noise out.
All right, Jim. You know what? I could get that it was Amtrak station, I think, and then I thought I heard you asking George to repeat what he was saying about getting the noise down. Is that correct?
That is correct. Colorado.
Yeah, I'm just not getting good audio on you. Like George said, it's amazing. The picture came through. You were blasting it out, but I just really, you'll have to forgive me. I just can't understand what you're saying. So at the risk of being like curt, I'm gonna like move on to excuse me, to our next participant. Excuse me. Thank you. Next up is going to be Bob in Northmost Roseville. He is N6PGQ. If you're ready, Bob, you can go ahead and send. And Jim, stay with us, so don't go away. So, Bob, if you're ready, go ahead and send.
Okay, this is going to be PD 120, and I think he said it was in Denver, but I can't be totally sure. Anyway, here we go. This is N6PGQ.
Man, that came out good. It's like a macro focus, I guess you call it, photo, too. Excellent. Before I go on to comments, I'm just going to welcome and let everybody know that Stuart, N6DVM, is with us on YouTube, and he co-signed what Bob said. He says that's the Union Station in Denver, Colorado. So very good. Thanks for that, Stuart. And we are anxiously awaiting you to return to our program. So, that being said, this is Bill, K6KRQ. Let's go for commentary to Carol. Carol's up next on commentary. If you're still with us, Carol, go ahead.
Okay, very good. This is Killer Papa for Mike Delta, and Very, very nice picture. I have to really search for any pixel pops. Maybe about half a dozen. You see them on the light white wires coming in the foreground. High voltage. I see some of those what I call surge suppressor. Those big blue disc type devices there on the boards. And I'm going to take a guess. This maybe has something to do with an amplifier, like an HF power amplifier. That's my guess. Something about the insides of that, like maybe a power supply section. So back to you, it's KP4MD.
All right, very good. Thanks for that. Hey, let's see if like Kayla is watching on YouTube and if she's got something to say about the photo. If you're there and you see it, Kayla, go ahead and break us off a piece.
Oh, it's inside a chassis for sure. Carol's guess is might be the amplifier, because the picture came out very well, but it looks like one of the, I assume that's a huge ceramic capacitor. One of the leads is disconnected, I guess, to do voltage or some kind of checking on the component.
All right, very good. Thank you, Ken. I'll get you on the next one, Kayla. Any other comments before I go to Bob? Okay, this is Bill, K6KRQ. Like I said, great picture. I'm curious what like the two bars are near like the, for want of a better word, up near the top center. They put me in mind of relay contacts, but I'm not wrapping my head around it. So anyway, I'm sure it'll all come out in the wash when you explain it. So go ahead, Bob. Tell us about your photo.
Well, Carol's got it pretty close. This is the inside of an ACOM 1500 amplifier that we have at the VA. And we need to change the voltage from 240 volts as it's wired to 210 volts by changing some jumpers, because the voltage in our ham shack is 208 volts. And they won't provide us with 240 volts after a year and a half of trying. So we're rewiring the amp. Pulled the cover off of it, and we're just kind of looking around and found the jumpers that we needed to change, and then looked down, and that blue capacitor, I believe that's what it is, kind of smack dab in the middle, is leaning over, and one of its legs is pulled out of the printed circuit board. It almost looks like there was no solder there, or just a little bit. So it has to go back to the repair center, and fortunately it's still under warranty. So we took a picture of it just for the heck of it. N6PGQ.
All right, very good. Now that you pointed out that lead disconnected, it is you can see it clearly that it is like yanked right out. So that is a very good picture. All right, Bob, thanks for that. Before I move on to the next one, I'm at the bottom of the hour. I'm just going to check to see if anybody has come along late that would like to check in. If so, please come now.
Question.
Go ahead, Joel.
I think I heard you say warranty, so I take it this is brand new. So is that why you don't just resolder it yourself?
Yeah, it's brand spanking new. We just opened it up to change the voltage, and if they screwed up on that, they may have screwed up on something else. So I'm going to have them check it out, and put it on the bench, and make sure everything's happy. Then hopefully they can do the jumpers, because they're kind of hard to do. N6PGQ.
AI6DG. Back to net.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm going to co-sign what Bob said about there might be some other gremlins in there. Who knows? So, good move. All right. So I didn't get any more check-ins. We're going to go to Ken, KF6AGM. He's up for picture transmission now. So, Ken, if you are ready, you may go right ahead.
Yeah, I have it ready. We're going to try a different mode here. This is going to be PD 5050.
Pretty good, and half the time, too. Better than half the time. Oh, that is interesting there. I noticed that the latency for YouTube was way large on this transmission. This picture was almost already done on my computer before YouTube started rendering it, so another mystery to be sure. Let's go to, this is Bill K6KRQ, Wednesday Slow Scan TV Net. Let's go to, that picture has rendered now on YouTube. Let's go to Kayla, K6YLA, and see if she's got a comment on it. Go ahead, Kayla.
Okay, hi, K6YLA. I'm just watching the room, so I haven't had time to really look at it, but it looks like little sparkly things. I don't know if those are, Pixel Pops or Christmas lights. So I'm kind of clueless on this one. So back to net, K6YLA.
All right, very good, Kayla. Thank you. Let's go to the top. Let's go to George in Lincoln, N6YG. Go ahead, George.
Well, I see some LEDs on the top that look like they say DVD, and it looks like I'm looking at a bunch of DuPont jumpers and a breadboard. I see some components underneath, buried underneath all the jumper wires that have this wired together, and so I'm curious what it is. Funny, I just got a shipment of the company just sent me some DuPont jumpers to review. So, anyways, back to net N6YG.
All right, thanks, George. Any other comments before I go to Ken? All right, like I said, that's a pretty good picture in half the time. I think that's the first time I've seen PD 50. I'll comment on this. It sure looks like, is it a gag? It looks like a lot of wires on a breadboard for DVD. So let's see if we can get the lowdown on it from Ken. So go ahead and tell us about your picture, Ken.
Hey, well, everybody's right. It is. Hopefully, I'm still working on a vision on it, but I was going to make a display for a small recording studio connected to a rotary switch, but I was trying it firsthand. But yes, you are correct. There's actually 16 resistors underneath all those wires. So I have to have the wires go from the LED pins to the resistors, and then from the resistors to where they get connected to the power. It's common cathode displays and powered by with 12 volts through the resistors to the display.
All right, very very good. I guess it isn't a gag, so forgive me for that. But it's still a lot of wires. All right, very good. All right, let's go to Joel, AI6DG. Joel went on a trip this past weekend. Let's see if maybe he's got something from it for us. But I'm sure it'll be good, whatever it is. So if you're ready, Joel, go right ahead.
PD 120.
All right, very good. I'm dying to know how close you really got to that Raven. But for first comment, we're going to go, let's try Jim in Grass Valley. Let's see how he's doing, if maybe he's got any improvement, if he's still with us. If you are, Jim, go ahead and give it a go. Yeah, I guess he dropped off. Boy, I like his train pictures. I hope he can figure some way to give us a good transmission. He has in the past. Let's go to Bob in Northmost Roseville. He's next on the list for comment. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, we've got a raven or a crow sitting right here on a end of a table. A few tents in the background. Looks like a campground building, maybe rest facilities. Table in front of the blue and green tent. Some rocks in the campground, trees. Pretty good quality. There's a few pixel pops. The color of the picture tends to hide most of them. Be interested to know where this campground is. N6 PGQ.
Thank you, Bob. Let's go to Carol, see what she's got on this picture.
Okay, yeah, this is KP4MD. I'm guessing this is a raven. I think you can tell the difference because the ravens have a little bit of a longer beak. I might be right or wrong there. But yeah, just like was reported, we do have the repeater ID right by the, just above the bottom of the picture. That stripe across the bottom there. About a couple dozen pixel pops throughout the picture. But yeah, that's a nice close picture. I guess you use a telephoto lens. I don't think a bird like that would let you get that close, to take a macro photo like that. So back to nets, KP4MD.
Thank you, Carol. Any other comments before we go to Joel? All right, very good. So, just as I guessed, I have no doubt this is from your trip to Yosemite this past weekend. I don't know what campground it is. I'm sure it's in the valley. I don't know if it's Upper River, Lower River, Upper Pines, Lower Pines. But the real question is how close you really got to this raven. So go ahead and tell us about your photo, Joel.
Well, I'm pleased that people are properly identifying it as a raven, not a crow, despite there not really being any scale or ability to tell how big it is. And that you listed some of the reservation campgrounds in the valley, but those are reservation campgrounds. This is at Camp 4, which is a first-come, first-served walk-in campground. So I just showed up. I was surprised by how many people there actually were there. I was expecting it to be almost empty, but I guess I didn't really take into account the fact that it's Thanksgiving 4-day weekend, and the campground was actually quite full. So that you can tell it's a raven because of the size. They're significantly larger than crows. The shape of the beak, it's a little bit thicker and curves down to the point. Crows are much more pointed and don't have that curve on the beak. Size is completely different. I mean, the ravens are huge compared to crows. They have different vocalizations, and the tail is a different shape. This guy was literally, I think, only 1.5 feet away from me, maybe 2 feet at the most. This is right after I woke up. I kind of slept in, but for me it was like, I don't know, 10 or 11 or really late in the morning. But I didn't even get there and was still setting up camp till like 3 or 4 in the morning or something like that. I didn't leave until late. Well, until after this net last week. That's one of the reasons I got there late, because I stayed for this net and still had to pack and do a few things. So I get up late. I have a plate full of 3 or 4 slices of pizza that I pull out and start eating, and the ravens show up. And I'm sure that they were there for a combination of, if I turned around, they were going to grab the pizza, and them begging, "Give me food, give me food." But literally, they were harassing me. They were so close, I had to literally swing my arms around at one point to get them to move away. And he's standing on top of a bear box, so not a table, but you can't really tell the difference. Yep, every time I'm there's ravens harassing me. Back to net, TI6PG.
All right, very good. Interesting. Camp 4. I know that's its own little society there, so never stayed at that one. All right, good picture. Looks like it was, at least you had some sun. So this is Bill, K6, KRQ, Wednesday, Slow Scan TV Net. We're going to go to Carol, KP4MD. It's her turn, and let's see what Carol has for us this week. So if you're ready, Carol, go right ahead.
Okay, thank you. This is PD120.
That is like the big mystery to me. Anyway, the YouTube rendition of this picture is really good. People receiving it over the air, it looks like James got hit by a death ray right across the eyes. But other than that, it's a good picture. Let's go to Ken, KF6AGM for comment. Go ahead, Ken.
After a second on that, because I've gotten a very static picture on my end now, but when I look at the YouTube channel, it's just spotless. But on the commentary of the picture, it looks like there's a guy holding a couple of plaques, like awards for something, and the guy to the left, it looks like there was like a still shot of him applauding him as the recipient is receiving the award. Looks like it might be in a restaurant. Might have been like last night, I guess.
All right, very good. When Carol sends her pictures, she pipes them right into YouTube, so they come through there real clear. But anyway, good commentary. Let's go to Kayla. Kayla's probably got something to say about it. Are you still with us, Kayla?
I am, K6YLA. This is the third time now that just when I put something food in my mouth and start chewing, you call me on me. Great picture, and had a great time last night, and great that people are being honored for their contribution to the club. So I think it was a great thing for Wilson and everybody. So KA6YLA, back to Net.
All right, very good, Kayla. I'll try to respect when you're going to have a snack. All right, are there any other comments before I go to Carol? All right, Carol, why don't you tell us about your picture, maybe a little bit about the Lyle Al Frank Award. Go ahead.
Okay, very good. This is KP4MD. Yes, this is the presentation of the Lyle Al Frank Memorial Award last night, and that was James A6JG. Used to be on the slow scan net here months ago, but he's the president of the club, and he's presenting it to Wilson. That's November 6th, Echo Mike Foxtrot, and he was given the award for all of the tremendous work that he's done for the club. He was a treasurer for a number of years, and he did a lot to help to organize the finances of the club and the resources. And he's a longtime net control operator as well. So I am convinced that somebody is feeding their YouTube audio into their transmitter. It's coming through the audio interface. That's why you're getting that delayed copy of the tail end of my transmission after I transmit. So somebody's doing that, and probably what's happening with them is they're probably not receiving my picture at all, because they're probably transmitting all during the time that my tone is coming in over YouTube. So that's why I'm guessing whoever is not receiving my picture, it's because you're transmitting on top of me. So back to Nets, KP4MD.
Comment.
Go ahead, George. Hopefully it speaks to this mystery.
Yeah, we had that problem once before on this net. Someone was running one of the Yaesu FTM series radios, and I forgot what it was. I could never duplicate it. They dropped off the radio here, and I was never able to duplicate the problem. So I'm not sure it was the radio as much as there was something in the software that was causing it. So what you want to make sure, but it's only happening on, it seems like it's only happening on Carol's transmissions. So that's what is confusing me. If it was, if someone like had Vox on their radio turned on, like digital Vox, and they were receiving an image and it was playing back, and the radio is activating, but then you'd think it would happen on everybody's transmission. So it's only happening on when Carol transmits. So Carol, you might want to take a closer look. Make sure you don't have a loopback setting on. Somehow MMS TV has a loopback setting in it. So check that and make sure that that's off.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. The level of my tone going into the YouTube feed is higher than the level of the tone of everybody else coming through the receiver. So I am definitely not doing that transmission of that echo because I'm hearing it through my own receiver. Over.
Another mystery. All right. I'm going to think about this for a little bit. N6YG, yeah, I guess whenever we send the next picture, Carol, when you send the picture next time, everybody should take a look at their radio and not their computer screen and see if your little red transmit light is coming on or flickering.
I'll be sure to be vigilant for that on my next transmission or on my next reception. So all that said, getting near the top of the hour, so I'm always the last in line, which is fine. So I have a picture for you all that I'm going to send right now. I'll do it PD50. This one's really latent on YouTube. But anyway, I'm going to go to Joel. Joel's only had like one comment, I think, tonight so far, so it's going to be his turn. So tell me how you got it, Joel, and what you think. Go ahead.
Excellent reception, just I don't know, a dozen or so pops. I'm looking at this and trying to decide if it's a real photo or if it's a screen capture of some video game, because this doesn't quite have that photo feel to it. But we're looking at kind of a mansion in the background, a fence or something in front of it with a person standing in front of the fence, a building on the right with kind of a covered walkway going to the mansion. Oh, but it's that way on the other side of the mansion also. It's almost like we're on the right side of a circular driveway that's doing a circle around a courtyard with the mansion in the center. Nice blue sky with puffy clouds. But I don't know if this is real or not, so that's what I'm interested in hearing more about. AI6TG, back to net.
All right, very good. Pretty close on the circular pathway. Let's go to the top. Let's go to George N6YG.
Now, let me pull this up here real quick. I was trying to figure out why my website's down. I I used to have that website, mmstv.com, that automatically uploaded pictures, and I haven't done it in a while. Just realized that it's inaccessible. So KP4MD, this is K6 KRQ. It came over really well. Looks good. I'm just reading the top of it, by the way. I'm not IDing for you. There's, a few pixel pops. The image actually looks. You sent this in PD50. It's interesting. The sky is really saturated. Very, very saturated. Not a lot of dynamic range. Don't see a lot of detail in the clouds. And that wall looks interesting. It looks like it's more like a tarp or something hanging over a wall that's made to look like a brick wall. So it's like sheets. Yeah, Barb says like sheets. So that's about all I have to add. I'm going to go ahead and send it back to Net N6YG.
All right, thank you, George. That was also kind of perceptive. Any other comments? And then I'll tell you what it is. All right, this is Mount Vernon. That's George Washington's house. We went to Mount Vernon when we went back east to see my boy in the summertime. Unfortunately, what you guys identified in the front was it closed off because they're remodeling it for the 250th birthday of the USA. So it was like a big line of people just to get a quick run through it. Plus there was some VIPs from the hill or something there that were making everybody wait. So we just bypassed it because you couldn't see the whole thing. But the property itself is gorgeous. It's not a national park. It's private, but it's huge. And if you ever go to Washington and Arlington, it's worth checking out. So I highly recommend it. Did you ever go there, Kayla, when you were in Washington?
Unfortunately not. That doesn't look like the right era, though, for his home. But if they're doing remodeling or something, I guess that's why. But no, I was not a tourist when I was there. Unfortunately, I was just a working stiff and did my 9 to 5 every day and crashed out on the weekend. So I don't know anything. I should go back there and see what I missed. KA6 back to net control.
All right, thank you, Kayla. I was actually trying to catch you like in the middle of a cookie or something, but I guess I missed it. But thanks for that. All right, very good. That's the end of our list. It's the top of the hour, 10 o'clock. Before I close it and before we see if George's finale, after I close it, does anybody have any questions, comments, or other burning desires? All right, I want to thank all who participated in tonight's SSTV Net. And again, thank you for letting me do it. We had a pretty good showing tonight. I'm hoping that Jim up in Grass Valley can make some modifications because he does have good stuff to share. So we hope to see you again next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Pacific. The net is officially closed at 10:01 p.m. This is Bill, K6KRQ, wishing all of you a good evening. 73. Hey, what mode did you use on that one? That one came through really good.
Oh, that was Robot 72. Thought I'd use a quick mode. I didn't have anything special to send out tonight. I was too busy trying to figure out what was wrong with my website. I got it up and running. The SSL certificate had expired on it.
No, this is K6 KRQ. That's a good choice. I'm like a huge Rocky and Bullwinkle fan, and all the other cartoons on it, Fractured Fairy Tales and History of the World, all that